Bisexuality. The romantic and sexual attraction to both men and women. Grouping with identities such as pansexual or bifluid, the bisexual community makes up a large, very impactful part of the LGBTQIA+ community. Bisexuality is seen as an umbrella term, sometimes used by pansexuals and other non-binary sexualities as a solid identity. Throughout the years, people in the bisexual community have often struggled with truly feeling as though they fit in the general LGBTQ+ community due to constant invalidation caused by being attracted to both the same sex as well as the opposing sex. Even some LGBTQ+ members, consciously or subconsciously, invalidate and disapprove of bisexuality as a part of the LGBTQ+ movement. For years, the term has come with many negative connotations. Occasionally, self-identified gay or lesbian people view bisexuality as a sign of weakness, refusing to believe that bisexual people can be attracted to both genders and settling on the idea that bisexuals are in denial or afraid of coming out as fully homosexual. On the contrast, straight people oftentimes assume that bisexual people are just secretly gay or lesbian. In addition, people who identify as bisexual are often tied to polyamory, being seen as unreliable, unfaithful, or even greedy within relationships. Sometimes, partners of bisexual people struggle to understand that someone who identifies as bisexual is able to feel fulfilled in either a same-sex or opposite-sex relationship, and don't feel as though they are missing out on either or. Regardless, bisexuality is valid. According to NBC, recent surveys have shown that upwards of 5.6% of Americans self-identify as either bisexual, lesbian, gay, or transgender. Out of the surveyed people who identified themselves as a part of the LGBTQ+ community, roughly 55% said that they identify as bisexual. Underrepresentation of bisexuality in the LGBTQ+ movement is a trend, starting as early as the Civil Rights Movement. During the Civil Rights Movement, the focus was on those who identified as gay or lesbian, leaving bisexuality out of the equation. The idea of bicuriosity has risen in the past few decades, labeling people as exploratory in terms of their sexuality and open to some same-sex relations. Bicuriosity is occasionally what people experience before coming out as bisexual, however can be used in a negative way, specifically in modern media. In the media, bisexuality and bicuriosity is sometimes linked to publicity. Media or celebrities may tease the idea of being bicurious or being sexually attracted to the same sex as a means of publicity stunt or even a way to deface a celebrity, pushing the idea that being attracted to both sexes is a deep, dark secret. This also pushes the idea of bisexuality being a phase in the eyes of the public, which can be incredibly invalidating and simply unfair to members of the bisexual community. The use of bisexuality as a publicity stunt is considered to be worse than no representation at all by the bisexual community. It can feel really invalidating to see that your sexuality is being acknowledged in such a negative light. The invalidation also is split between bisexual men and bisexual women. Oftentimes, bisexual men are viewed as closeted gay, while bisexual women are viewed as straight but going through a phase. The ideas of bisexuality in men and women are extremely different and discouraging. Bisexual women or relationships between women are fetishized and not taken seriously, while bisexual men or relationships between men is seen as gross or threatening. Throughout history and still today, people struggle with the concept that sexuality and attraction is just not binary, but rather a spectrum. Regardless of media coverage or public opinion, bisexuality is its own valid identity. Bisexuality is not a phase, not a cover, and certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Bisexuality is beautiful.